Well, so I wanted to show you the Nmap challenges, which are here. And normally you install Nmap on your Windows or Linux system, but I checked and you can run it in Colab. Now this one, I wrote this assuming students would have a virtual Windows machine and they could turn on remote desktop to scan that machine. That's how this one works. And then you'll find the remote desktop port open here. Now, you could also use an Azure cloud machine for that. So that's one option, but that part assumes you have a local Windows machine, and you may not. If you don't, you can just go to the next part where you use my public server. And so, I just set it up in Colab. I was very pleased to observe this. I could just do bang sudo apt update in Colab, and it let me run a sudo command, which strongly suggests that we can probably get away with murder on these Colab machines. And then I could do sudo apt install nmap -y to say just install it right away, assuming I'm going to say yes, and it did that. So now I could run an nmap scan on my server, ad.samsclass.info. That's the bang in front of it means I'm executing command line commands, and you see a list of open ports on that Linux, on that server. And now there are some challenges here. You want to find the TCP port that returns the banner. Now if you look up here, here are some example flags for Nmap. An SV finds version numbers, which means it will give you the banners. So if I execute this command again, and I add a -SV to it, let me see if it's an upper or lowercase, capital V, -S capital V. Then it should return not just the port number and therefore the generic expected service running on that server, but the banners associated with each of those pages. And therefore it'll take a little bit longer. Oh, there it goes. Yep, and here it is returning long banners. Here's something about Kerberos connected and terminal server. Next service fingerprint. So here it is giving services unrecognized despite returning data, which is this. A couple of these it recognized. These are normal banners, OpenSSH and Apache. These others required services, and here's something saying you found the hidden service and so on. So you're seeing various replies. So that's one way to do it. I see a question from Zebedee. What's up?
Okay, now Sam, are you telling? I'm gathering from this. Do you have servers?
Yeah.
That if I were doing a demo of Nmap, OpenVOS or whatever, do you have servers that we can kind of go through the 5 stages with at least the reconnaissance and stuff?
Sure.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm running these public servers, and everybody can hack them. And
wow.
And if they get trashed, I restore them from image. But yeah, people have been using them for years. When I first put them up, I thought they would get trashed right away, but it doesn't happen very often at all.
Where's the list of your servers? Because I've been looking for a safe place to go and run Nikto and all these other things on.
Well, you'll find them at the bottom of my page here. Attack 32.
Wow.
The attack servers, and they're in my projects. There's a Drupal server, and there's a Hackathon server. There's quite a few. Some of them are protected by passwords and such. You'll see them but the attack servers are wide open. Attack AD is yep, and yeah, you can scan them. Feel free. If you trash them, I'll put them back up. My students are trashing them all the time.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Wow. That takes a lot of,
Well, like I say, that's the old-fashioned solution. In the modern day, people would just spin up a container temporarily, and that's when I get motivated, I'll have to update my stuff to do it that way.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'll give you some free publicity too, on my demos.
Oh, sure. Well, everybody's welcome to use it. All right. And so anyway, there's some flags to find here, and one of them returns the banner, the key to the universe. And to find that, you'll have to scan all the ports on the server. So there's two things that work pretty well here. You can do -P- to scan all 65,000 ports, which would take maybe 20 minutes. But if you do these min rate T4, it scans really rapidly. So both of those together work pretty well. So anyway, there's some Nmap challenges there, and you can run Nmap on any system or Google Colab.